It's 420 somewhere, and right now that somewhere is right here. I'm Janae Burris.
And I'm Jake Brown. Welcome to the Cannabist Show, where we talk all things weed.
No time for chit chat, Jake. We've got important people to hate on right now, okay? In national news, Jeff the Grim Reefer Sessions has asked Congress to allow him to prosecute medical marijuana providers.
Yes, well, the whole country was transfixed by what Sessions couldn't recall. A letter obtained by Tom Angel of Massroots slipped under the radar, in which Attorney General asked congressional leaders for the repeal of the Rohrabacher-Farr Amendment. For those of you not up on your amendment game, that's the one that prevents the Justice Department from using federal funds to crack down on state medical marijuana programs.
Attorney General Buzzkill cites an historic drug epidemic to justify his planned crackdown, which is incredibly misleading. The epidemic referenced actually involved opiate overdoses and not marijuana, because you can't OD on weed, Jeff. Research has shown that in states where medical marijuana has been legalized, opiate deaths have actually decreased.
Of course, that didn't stop Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein from telling the House Appropriations Committee that, quote, scientists have found that there is no accepted medical use for it, unquote. I'd recommend that our show viewers and podcast listeners check out our Year in Weed coverage of the 5 most important medical marijuana research studies of 2016 alone.
Okay. Now, got that out of my system. I feel like I can chit-chat, catch up with you, lighten it up a little bit, you know? How are you, Jake? Anything exciting? You know, Jeff Sessions has a history of discrimination towards black people and is a supporter of private prison, so this is why I boo him. I said, how are you, Jake? I keep hearing that old big-eared, bug-faced Jeff is a Southern Baptist gentleman. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pray for him, okay? That's what Southern Baptist gentlemen like. So let's see if I remember the old spells and incantations here, all right? All eyes are closed, everybody. All eyes are closed. All heads are bowed. Dear Lord Jesus, specifically white Jesus.
Oh, please welcome to the Cannabist Show, White Jesus, everyone.
Did it. It's White Jesus.
My children. Thank you for calling me.
It's very nice to see you, White Jesus.
I've been watching you always.
I suspected as much.
What you been up to lately?
Oh, not much. You know, just saving the world,
All right.
taking care of people. Had to deal with a lot of dropped iPhones and forgotten Tinder passwords these days. And although some of you may know me as Christ, I have all the powers of Black Jesus and Middle Eastern
Yeshua.
Yeshua.
Something like that.
Yes. Sure. That's not how it's pronounced, actually. It's Yeshua. And I answer the prayers of every man. So.
All right, cool. Lord, we haven't talked in a while. I apologize for that. But I call on you today on behalf of Jeff Sessions right now, Lord. He is so angry.
Oh, Jeff? I know Jeff.
You know Jeff?
Oh, yeah. No, I talk to him all the time. Republicans, White Jesus' biggest fans.
Well, Jesus, what I want to pray for is, please, Lord, let Jeff just accidentally eat an edible and enjoy it. You know, maybe make a black friend who rolls him a real tight spliff.
He shall.
Thank you.
White
Lord
Jesus, why are your hands so hot?
Because I possess the fire of the Lord.
All right.
All right. Well, thanks for being here, Lord, for always being here.
Thank you so much, White Jesus.
In your name. Amen.
Speaking of people who need praying for, former NBA player Dennis Rodman is visiting North Korea thanks to the cryptocurrency Potcoin that is sponsoring the trip, part of Rodman's mission to be an actual Mad Lib. Known as potentially unstable eccentric with no diplomatic skills, we can say Kim Jong-un loves basketball.
Oh, man. But, okay, Jake, in politics, relationships matter very much. And I want to say that I'm grateful to Dennis Rodman for sitting at the outcast table and befriending the kid most likely to end the world. Save us, worm. You're our only hope.
That's the first and last time I think anybody's ever said, save us, worm.
Save us, worm. Big worm.
Big worm, indeed.
Oh, I don't think in other news, research shows you heard me, that African Americans were disproportionately arrested and incarcerated during the war on drugs, which is likely contributing to the lack of minority representation in the emerging cannabis industry. Many states bar convicted felons from legitimate participation in the industry. Darrell Hill is a successful entrepreneur who was initially denied a grow license in Maryland, along with at least a dozen other African American applicants. His theory is that African Americans will need solid backing from investors and those with strong political ties to overcome startup obstacles, and that means partnering likely with a lot of young white entrepreneurs. So if black people don't get in on the ground floor in states like Maryland and cities like Detroit, we may miss the green rush completely. A drug policy advocate said it best, quote, marijuana legalization without racial justice risks being an extension of white privilege. That was Bill Piper, a lobbyist for Drug Policy Alliance.
Yeah, and that whole story is great. Would recommend checking it out. We keep continuing this coverage of Maryland because they're one of the few states that are actually trying to address these racial disparities. So keep it up, Maryland. Good luck. Now, from the You're Doing It Wrong files, stressed out people are smoking too much weed, according to researchers at the University of Illinois at Chicago. In a double-blind study meant to figure out cannabis and relaxation, people were put in high-pressure situations like speaking in public and doing math while high, which are two of my least favorite things. But scientists found that the ideal dose to ease the stress was 7.5 milligrams of THC, or what I refer to as 1/1000th of a Willie Nelson.
I heard Jake Brown won't even get out of bed for less than 20 milligrams. So
really, 20
not enough.
milligrams is me in bed just forever. Eating weed is tough. That's why I thought it was messed up, Janae. They made people eat the weed instead of like just giving them a few tokes. I'm like,
so
edibles make me so stressed out.
Yeah, it made them more stressed out. As a person who's constantly stressed out and anxious and who speaks in public a bit, a little bit,
right?
I'm gonna say the weed actually helps take the edge off. I mean, they should have got me in that study.
But what they found is that people that did, it was like around 12 milligrams, people that took that higher dose, their baseline starting was like, all right, I'm anxious right now. And then they found that it kind of got better as it went. But do you find if you smoke just a little bit, it's better than like, I don't know what a lot is for you anymore.
Half of what you smoke probably is a lot for me. But I can imagine that I do turn to weed for anxiety, but I think that I'm learning to smoke less of it and be satisfied with just a nice chill buzz instead of getting completely forgetful of all my problems. I can't forget all of my problems. It's like just
that would be truly magical
just
weed.
Take the edge off the problems.
Right. Well, for more on this story and the rest of the week in weed, visit us online at thecannabist.co. Now, from a tinier, more serious desk, let's go to the Cannabist's policy and business writer, Alicia Wallace, with this week's quick hit.
A Colorado cannabis entrepreneur holding more than a dozen licenses and a former state marijuana enforcement officer were indicted this week as part of a case against a suspected multi-county marijuana trafficking ring. The Cannabist had the first look at the 61-page grand jury indictment that brought new charges against entrepreneur Scott Pack, his businesses Harmony and Green and HGCO, former marijuana enforcement division officer Renee Rayton, as well as 2 growers and suspected middlemen. Pack, who already was the center of a fraud lawsuit brought to light in April, is considered to have played a, quote, pivotal role in the operation that allegedly grew hundreds of pounds of marijuana in dozens of sites across Colorado that was then illegally shipped to other states. Investigators also allege that Pack offered MED officer Rayton a job as a compliance consultant. Rayton allegedly accepted, eschewing a required 6-month cooling-off period for working in the industry. A source told investigators that Rayton said she knew Department of Revenue employees who could help the trafficking organization, quote, get legal. For more details on the new charges and the history of the case, visit thecannabist.co. For The Cannabist, I'm Alicia Wallace with this week's Quick Hit.
Thanks, Alicia. Our guest this week believes that marijuana can be a performance-enhancing drug. Join me in welcoming Jenessa Lea to the show. Hey, Jenessa.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Enjoy the couch. You know what's weird is I knew you as Fit Cannabis Girl before I ever knew you as Jenessa.
Yes, that is my AKA, I guess, name.
Sure.
My
Is there like a gym name? Is that like a thing? Okay. I've never been to a gym, so this is all like very new to me.
So I wanted it to not be so inclusive. So initially it was Fit Cannabis Girl, and then I switched it up and just kind of used that as my persona name.
Cool.
And then named the gym Break The Stigma Fitness, because that kind of encompasses everything I'm trying to do and my mission with the business as well.
Now, did you ever have like a stigma, or did you ever feel like that was your opinion of cannabis, or have you used cannabis for a while? What's your relationship like with the plant?
Yeah, like I guess initially when I first started medicating or using cannabis, I definitely felt that stigma from people around me, and because I chose to use it more as a medicine, not everybody always understands that too. So specifically,
people go, "Oh, sure, it's medical."
Right, it's medical. They roll their eyes, and they don't understand the actual science behind the medicinal properties of cannabis.
Well, and for you, it was like incredibly therapeutic. That it's my understanding that you were on kind of opioid-based painkillers and had been, like a lot of people that come to cannabis for wellness, had tried some other things, and this was like, well, what other choice do I have?
Yeah, it was my the last saving, and it saved my life. The last thing I tried, and it really just gave me a quality of life back that doctors, had told me I would never achieve again.
So where were you at before cannabis?
So, so my whole life I kind of struggled with like pain and instability throughout my body, and then when I had my daughter, when I was 20, things kind of got much worse, and my health decreased, and what happened was I was feeling pain in my joints and just a lot of instability, and I would walk and my patellas would slip off, so like dislocations. My shoulder would fall out. I couldn't even like brush my hair. It was a lot of degeneration because, so what had happened, I have extreme hyperelasticity throughout my entire body, and that comes across as something called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome.
Okay, that's this is a new one for me. So what does hyperelasticity mean, just for people that aren't physicians at home?
Yeah, okay, so we'll put this in terms. So basically, like the glue that holds your body together is your collagen. And
I feel like I need notes. Okay, so we've got collagen is the glue.
Collagen is your glue, and my collagen does not hold me together. Collagen is in your bones, it's in your tissue, ligaments, your eyes, your heart, like it is everything. It gives your body structure and strength.
Okay.
So my collagen is very weak and elastic. So when I say like I would walk, so after I had my daughter, my body got extremely elastic. And that's where things really got worse, because I had struggled with this my whole life, but there was never a name to put on it. It's a very rare disorder, and I had always like complained about issues, but it wasn't pinpointed yet. We didn't know.
And so you're like, I need to do something, and like I imagine that treatment for that's pretty difficult. I mean, was it like, hey, I have to start working out?
Well, initially, we didn't even know that it was Ehlers-Danlos. I was misdiagnosed with lupus and a bunch of other things for a number of years. It wasn't until 2013 that it actually had a name. And once I found out that name and knew that, okay, I'm combating this elasticity, I need to build strong muscle around my weak joints, instead of taking these pills and these pharmaceuticals that the doctors had pushed on me for years. So that's really essentially what I did. Your food is your medicine, how you treat your body, and then the cannabis, and those three things really, mind, body, soul, put it all back together for me. And I was able to lose 100 pounds and get out of that wheelchair. And
wait, okay, congratulations, first of all. So you lose 100 pounds, you get out of a wheelchair. Like, is that, like, you didn't just like take a puff off a joint and you're like, I'm cured?
No,
what was your
not that
process
easy.
like? Because I feel like for a lot of people that struggle with disorders, or have extreme conditions, they don't know where to start.
Yeah, so like basically I couldn't even like hold my body upright. Like my posture I had to retrain my muscles how to like hold my body together, and that started like basic at water physical therapy. So I don't want anyone to ever think like I am so far gone, like I can't even do exercise at home. Like there are other things that you can always do. Literally, like just getting in a pool and walking around and feeling that resistance and low impact, it's something. And that literally is somewhere to build. And that's really where I started. Water physical therapy, then land physical therapy. I initially smoked cannabis for the pain relief. That's what I thought I was going to get out of it, and that's what it gave me. And I was so ecstatic. I thought that this is just the best thing, because on those opiates, I hadn't actually gotten like pain relief from them, because like your tolerance increases, and like you just I was taking the medicine just to not go through withdrawal. It wasn't helping my symptoms. It wasn't helping me deal with the Ehlers-Danlos. So like I had to find another way. And so pain, I thought, okay, well, cannabis for the pain. And then as that went on, I was able to build the muscle, and I did more research and found just a bunch of information about Rick Simpson oil and what it had done for cancer. And
what is that called again?
Rick Simpson oil.
So I'll call RSO on the internet. They love the RSO. But I mean, that's typically something that people deal with if they have like end-stage cancer, or but now I feel like it's becoming a little bit more broadly used. Like how much Rick Simpson oil are you still taking it?
At this point, I am taking like a maintenance dose of infused cannabis coconut oil. And I need to reintroduce it back into my diet. It's just there's been some things going on. Probably here within the next couple of weeks here, but the coconut oil has been able to maintain that maintenance dose. But when I initially started, I was taking, you slowly get up to this amount, but I was taking 2,000 milligrams of THC, dosing a day.
I was thinking about who's our guest that was.
Probably Dustin from Endocanna. That he would, 2,000 to 3,000 milligrams, like start the day. But I mean, just like you said, it's like any medication that you build up a tolerance to some of the negative side effects that people can have, which can be intense. But like that's one of the things I always tell people. If cannabis, if you don't think it's right for you in the beginning, just keep trying things, and you get used to it. Okay, so then kind of fast forward. And you had made these changes in your life, and then you're out there and you're making these cool videos and you're doing these different workouts. What was kind of the evolution there?
I just want to reach people and to like let people understand. Like I want people to know that the power is within them. Like they have the ability to control their destiny, their future. The doctors, the people in their lives that may say these things and try to put labels on you or say you can only do certain things. You can't like feed into that, and you can't believe it. You have to like just believe in yourself and understand like you really can achieve anything, because once you have that like mind frame and you believe it, it shows through in your life. And I feel like that's really how I've been able to push through a lot of things in my life.
See, and I think that's it's such a beautiful and amazing message. And yet I also hear people that are like, there is no way I would ever get high and be able to work out. They're like, this is not gonna work.
And I think that's unfortunate that they're so like closed-minded to that option. Because it's like, for me, I can fight through my workout as far as like pain. I run faster, I lift stronger. Like I see a difference. I feel a difference. I'm in less pain after. Like I don't have that like, oh my God, like you feel good sore. Do you know what I mean? You're not like that pain sore. Oh my gosh, my joints and stuff. It's that good feeling.
Do you have like a particular recommendation or something that you've used where you're like, oh yeah, this is my go-to strain, or are you more on the oils?
Yeah, like I love Tangi's, probably like one of my favorites. Poison, or Durban Poison, is again like a favorite of mine.
So what people would traditionally consider like strong sativas, things that have a lot of those really like fruit-forward terpenes, and
I think that's like maybe a personal preference of mine.
You're not the only one that said that to me, though. They're like, oh yeah, like Durban for me, like super dials me in. The lemon and orange scents for people do really well. So
yeah, it's it really helps. I feel like with focus and just really, especially the sativas, too. And if I'm in more of a pain issue before my workout, or it just kind of depends on how I feel what strain I choose. And then like with like if I flour or edibles or oil and stuff, because I choose all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we always ask people. We always ask, like, what's your favorite way? Is it, topicals? Is it concentrates, flour, edibles? And you're like across the board.
Keep it all. Like, yeah, we do, yeah.
That's how you keep a nice, healthy endocannabinoid system. Keep it guessing. Keep it coming from all sides.
Absolutely. Got a homeostasis. Your body needs to be regulated, and that's what you need.
Janae, are you like a big fitness? I don't know anything about your fitness
Do you work out?
life.
I don't know anything about. No.
Neither do
Not
I. That's why I
really.
want to I want to see where we could start here.
I
Very-
know. I feel inspired. Like when you're saying like you started with water aerobics. I have tried working out with a sativa, and I don't normally run. But if I do go ahead and smoke a little bit, I can get on a treadmill and run. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what are
That's
my
what's up.
feet doing?
You're like shocked. You're like, okay, well, yeah.
Yeah, I don't usually do it, but we could work out. We're probably around the same.
All right, let's give it a shot.
Oh,
Yeah,
right now?
right
Oh yeah,
now.
right now.
That's what's up.
Perfect.
It's on.
Right.
All right, so I'm gonna get this couch out of our way. This is all.
Now roll out this mat.
I didn't break anybody's drinks, did I?
Not
All right.
yet.
So we got a mat. I do have one of these from when we did the stoned yoga. Figured that out.
One of these.
One of these.
One of these.
One of these.
What do you call
exercise
these?
mats. If you are listening to the podcast right now, this is the perfect time to go to YouTube, find the Cannabist channel, and really get into it. Can I sit for exercise? Or is
I think
all right.
maybe not.
Okay, so I'm gonna just chair as well.
You know,
Give ourselves
how
plenty of
active do
room
we
here
want to be
work.
today?
All right.
So I guess for basic, where I would start if anyone's just like, oh, I haven't been so active, but I really want to start building a foundation.
Sure.
I would just start on your back.
Okay.
And we're gonna start working with like our core and our posture, because that's number one. If you don't have a good core and posture,
I don't.
you can't. You're not gonna be able to build up from there. So,
All right, so I'm on the floor.
what you're gonna want to do,
All the way.
bring your legs up,
Okay, like this.
and then we're just gonna do a pelvic tilt and raise your hips up. Yep.
Okay.
And you can bring your neck forward. It actually works more.
scared.
And then 5 seconds,
Okay.
and then bring it back down.
Okay. That was, and just nice and gently. I don't want to be slamming this pelvic thing around, right?
Nice and gentle. And you
Okay.
want to really like kind of like tilt your hips forward, so so you get that kind of like, and then like
Just squeeze my
tighten your
glutes.
butt. Yeah,
All right.
tighten your butt. Yes, it's good for your butt.
Oh my god, it made my butt shake.
That means you're working.
Quivered.
That's
Your
what you
butt
need. That's what you need.
quivered.
And then to progress from that, what
Okay.
you'd want to do, you can just like lift each leg once, obviously. Nope, not all the way up. You just
Okay.
want to go like actually 2 inches, because that's going to engage your core.
Okay, and then still do the butt
And,
thing?
and still do the butt thing.
Whoa, yeah, that is engaging.
That is engaging. Yeah, yeah.
All
You're
right,
gonna get
today's
some
turn.
core.
Oh, man.
All right, well, what's number 2?
All right.
Wait, you've got to, yeah, you got. All right, never
More
mind.
skirt.
All right, so we've got, that's 1. All right, so back to base. Base, is that what they say?
Back to basics.
home base.
All right, hang on.
All right.
You guys.
So,
All right.
back on the floor. I'm already getting a nice little sweat on, so that's nice.
So,
Three reps in.
3 reps in.
Woo!
And we'll go for 4.
Spot
Okay.
you.
All right, so next is called the dead bug, and what you're going to want to do, I know that's fun,
Hey,
right?
dead bug's fun, yeah.
Arms straight up above
Okay.
you, and then just raise your legs up,
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Sorry.
Like that.
one at a time.
Okay.
You can do, and then you can alter it. And you just want to keep your arms there and just alter it. And again, it's just going to really tighten your core.
Should I be flexing my core?
Tighten your core up.
Right,
Yep. And then
tighten.
Flexing my core.
and if you feel like your back is like arched,
It is.
you can kind of like push down or breathe out to get that kind of like going.
Got it.
So it's there you go.
And I
Nice
want to
job.
breathe this whole time, right?
Yes, you do definitely want to maintain your breath.
Okay.
There you go. That's awesome.
This is fun.
So-
Dead bug. All right.
Yeah, so I would say that that's a good
gonna remember that. Rhymes with dead
level
bug.
progression.
Okay.
All right.
That was awesome.
Awesome.
I felt like that was way easier than the yoga.
Not too bad, right?
Not at all.
All right. So next I would want to do
Next to some of
shoulders.
these things?
Yeah, we'll do
I
some
remember.
shoulders.
Some shoulders.
So
Right.
so
My
shoulder.
duster, look
Okay.
at me. I'm so old.
We're gonna.
Somebody keeps snorting over there. I don't know who it is, but we'll make you exercise after this. See how good you do, fancy pants. All right, shoulders.
Let's just have really good posture. Stand straight up. Have our palms facing forward. And this is good for our rotator cuff and just building muscle around our rotating cuff.
Okay.
And we're just gonna pinch our back together in the back. Okay, yep, just literally hold it back for 5 seconds.
Okay.
And release.
Whoa.
Really easy.
That's exercise?
That is, I know, right?
Count it.
That's so cool. I can do these. Right?
Yeah, anybody can do it. You can start from anywhere.
Where
right?
am I still squeezing my butt?
Yep. Yeah. You always want to
That's the
maintain
key
a good
to
core.
exercise. Squeeze your butt.
And then a progression from there is great to introduce some weights, and you can get really affordable, 10-pound weights or any size weights. Like literally, you can start from anything, and then just
Don't hurt yourself.
I'm just flexing and holding.
What I would
good posture though. I got
good posture.
My posture.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, so now with the weights, what I would do, and this is bent over back row, and lean over.
Okay.
Put your you want to drop your shoulders kind of like in that right posture in their sockets, and then just so this is a progression from the shoulders that we were just doing, you guys, with the weights. So and you're just going to want to pull right back up and go right back down. And again, 8 to 12 reps, or 8 to 12 reps, 3 sets.
Ooh. Okay. I mean, this is taxing even without.
Feeling the burn, you guys?
Oh, I was gonna say, we could definitely use a sativa right now.
You keep you motivated, keep you in it,
Yeah.
right? That's awesome. All right.
Nice.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna take a little what is it, Red Bull break.
He needs a rest period.
So
I need a lot of rest periods. That's what I've learned about myself. Okay.
all right. So from here, I would push-ups. How do you feel about push-ups?
Okay, I've done. I was challenged to do the 22 push-up
Ooh,
thing,
hey.
and I did. I got close once.
awesome. Well, okay, so we don't need to always do them on the ground. You can always start push-ups on the wall even, which is a really good way to progress. Because if it's intimidating. Push-ups are intimidating.
Yeah.
They intimidate me.
I can't.
But
I think these are walls,
anybody
though.
can do them
Okay.
on a wall, and we don't have maybe over here. That's
He's got it.
so,
Here, yeah, I'll do it.
Or you
Okay.
can do it. Yeah.
Challenge.
You got it.
He likes a challenge.
Yeah.
All right. So I got legs out.
You got it, and try to keep your butt.
But
Yep,
low?
not
too
there you
low.
go, and
Just straight.
your shoulders. Yep, there you go. Try to. There you go.
Like
Good posture. Yeah, nice job.
Thank you. I'm dying.
Three. There we go. And then that would be a really good, 3 workouts for your arms that I would just, start with.
I did 5. Okay.
Nice job.
Thank you.
All right.
I need to come see you at your place.
Yeah.
Get some workouts in, huh?
We need to go break the stigma because that. Wow, that was really
Feel good?
Yeah, actually, I feel like I got my blood flowing.
Yeah.
That might be like all the sugar that I just had before the show. But hey, I'm just working it out. I'm getting that sugar
at
out of
him,
my
he's
body. I
alive.
feel
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Look at him.
Yeah, it's exciting.
He's like a real animated boy.
Well, look at me. The strings are all cut up. I'm jabbling around my own legs.
Look at you.
All right, awesome. Well, hey, thank you so much. Now it is time for Pot or Not.
We need to
Here.
move this back.
Move
Yeah,
this
let's.
all back here.
Sit
Here,
on the
you get
floor.
the mats. I'll get the couch. Dun, 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 dun. That looks about right, right? We're gonna call it good.
Perfect.
All right. Whew. I am alive. Oh. All right, now there's just going to be the rest of the podcast.
Nice job. Way
The
to
rest of the
work.
show is heavy breathing with Jake. Welcome, everybody. All right, so Pot or Not, this is our hit game that we introduced last week. Since I did your game, now we're gonna introduce you to Pot or Not. I need you to tell me, are the names that I'm giving you a strain of pot or not? Okay. Sometimes they're both. They can be an actual thing and a pot. Sometimes I'm just trying to trick you. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, great.
Great.
All right, number 1 is Hollywood Handsome. Is it pot or not?
Not.
It is not. That is correct.
Woo, woo, woo.
Hollywood Handsome was the only horse to not finish the Belmont.
I'd buy that though. Like if Brad Pitt started a cannabis line, Hollywood
see that.
Handsome.
Hollywood
I'm
Handsome
in. Hey,
by
double for
Bradley
that.
Pittness. All right, 1 point on the board. Number 2, Cronuts.
Cronuts. It doesn't sound appealing, so I don't know why anyone would. No.
It is.
Oh, it is.
I'm sorry.
That's a strain.
So Cronuts is a play on the popular combination of croissant and donuts in New York City.
Oh,
the Cronuts.
The Cronuts.
But it's actually an Alpha Chronic Genes Girl Scout cookies mix.
That sounds delicious.
It's a new one. Yeah, I know. If you think, but I like before we were like, Cronuts doesn't sound that
That's so appealing.
It's really about context. All right, so we're 1 for 2. Number 3, Dank Sinatra.
Oh, for sure.
That is definitely a
That's gotta be
strain.
That sounds nice.
That's LA Affy crossed with hash plants. Old Dank Sinatra, old Blue Eyes. It is not blue. All right, so 2 out of 3. Number 4, MST3K. Is it pot or not?
Yeah.
It is not.
No.
I'm so sorry.
Is it a band, a boy band?
It's Mystery Science Theater 3000. It's a popular show just rebooted on Netflix.
I watched that show.
But boy band was close.
That's what they name them now. MS something?
Yep, sure.
MS-13 as well.
all right.
Never mind. That's
Number
not a boy band.
5, Witness.
Yes. I'll say that's definitely got to be a strain.
I'm sorry, it's not. It's Katy Perry's new album.
Oh, shoot.
Can she get a witness?
Pop culture is not my thing.
All right, so we're 2 of 5. We still got some. We still got some to come back on. Next one, Pinot Noir.
That's a wine, right? But I mean, like, are we? Yes.
It's not. I just made that one up.
Oh, okay. Shoot.
Pinot Noir. I feel like I'm being too tricky on these. All right.
You're too good at it. You should be naming strains.
Yeah.
That's
It's pretty.
not a job. All right, next one, Golden Goat.
Yes.
All right,
I know that one.
We got some points back on the board. All right, number 8, Kobo Ora 1. Kobo Ora 1. Is that pot or not?
No.
It's not. It's an e-reader. Sometimes just gadgets sound like it. Number 9. Oh, so that's what, 4 points now? 4 points. Let's see. You can set a new pot or not high score if you get this.
The pressure's on you guys.
Yeah. Harlequin.
Oh yes.
That's definitely one.
Yes.
Right.
Nice high CBD strain. All right, that's the new high score. You can get 6 points if we nail it here. So that'd be. Let's see if she can do it. Chocolate tie.
Chocolate tie. Yeah.
That is! Congratulations! New high score! What's up?
Yeah.
It's my first high five on the Cannabis Show, I think.
Chocolate tie, I feel like that's like what I was hearing about when I was in high school.
Yeah, like tie stick is what people
okay.
would know. It's like one of those classic landrace strains that,
Pinot
no one
Noir, I would buy.
Pinot Noir?
Yeah, I mean, I would assume it had something to do with wine, and I'd be interested.
That's why I was like the
That.
weed and wine thing right now. There's a
Yeah.
lot going on. They're comparing.
Patent pending, that's yours.
So there's like, apparently the new big thing in LA is to name your strains like Champagne or Chardonnay, but there's no bud pun in there, so I can't get behind it.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Puns, weed puns, they're the best.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, thank you so much for joining us, Jenessa. And thanks to all of you who are tuning in at home. Don't forget to comment wherever you found the episode. If you like the podcast, please rate us. Helps us find new listeners and helps us rile up Jeff Sessions. For Janae Burris, producer Vince, and the entire Cannabis Show crew, I've been Jake Brown. We'll see you next week. Woo! Yeah! Oh my God, that was so much fun. Thank you. I really enjoyed it.
I'm all in, I'm calling any posse you'll be raising at the end. I say it again, ain't afraid to get in. I be going for the jackpot with ace in my hand, I'm raw.